Welcome. This is
ATEEZ News. Two makes one team. 안녕하세요.
Okay, I'm Sabrina. Again.
Tiffany. Again.
And welcome back to episode 2, but it's not the second part of the theories episode. It's just a angry rant episode.
Not angry rant, but like short snippet of what episode 2 will be.
Okay, so most recent news at 6 p.m. Korea time. Yoonho released
It was not
news.
6 p.m. Korean. Oh, was it 6 p.m.?
It was.
Wow, it was 6 p.m. Wait a minute.
They
I woke up at 2 today. Okay, no, but here's the issue.
They released ATEEZ news thing, basically saying like here's some dumb stuff, and then a full release of a full album release in October, and here's where we get mad.
So we already had all these ideas. We were like talking about this like 2-3 months ago. We were talking about it like before they actually came back with Wave and Illusion. She had come to my house right after school had ended. We were sitting there in our beds talking. We're like, so they're gonna definitely have a comeback in like May before they release any news about it. And we're like, they're gonna have a comeback.
You mean June?
I mean June. Sorry. And I was like, they're gonna have a comeback in June for sure.
And before they even released any like timeline or anything, I go, bet it's gonna be the 10th or 11th of June.
And then they had to come back on the 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the funniest part about this whole situation was I was like, and then their next comeback, I think is gonna be in October or November, for around their first year anniversary. And Maria's like, you're right.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We have evidence for this, and I found this evidence 2 months ago. Well, we talked about it just in general, like, we think October, November with nothing to back that up. But then a month after that, so a month ago, we have hard evidence that they teased their comeback in the Wave music video.
Yeah, so we'll just put an insert screenshot of this formation that they're doing in the Wave music video, and Sabrina here went and looked it up. I remember when I first looked at it, when I watched the music video, I thought, this was weird, like what? I'll look it up later, but I just never did, and then Sabrina was like, hey, so I was looking up this Wave formation, and I was like, there we go, she did my work for me. So anyway, she went and looked it up, and tell us about it, Sabrina.
So it took a while to find, and what it is that it's called the Pleiades star cluster, and it's ignoring like the stuff on the left. It consists of 7 stars, but the way that they form it in the Wave thing, there is a star within the cluster. There's a star that looks like it has 2 on it, so and there's a member there that would match it up. But the thing is, the reason why I think it's this star cluster is that the Pleiades, one of the word derivations that from Greek that they think it is means to sail. And one of the stars, Merope, the Greek, she's like a Greek goddess of some sort, is supposed to guide sailors. And in olden days, they actually sailors used to navigate using the Pleiades star cluster. So I got curious, and I was like, okay, I totally think this is a hint at comeback, because it doesn't apply to Illusion, it doesn't apply to Wave at all. Yeah, but the other thing too is we already know, we discussed in our first theories video, link in the description below. In the first video, we just talked about how sailors use the stars at night to guide them, and we talked about how maybe 18 is the stars for ATEEZ, and of course, I mean, considering the fact that Hongjun literally wrote a song about that in freaking episode 3 for Aurora, you know, right?
It's kind of basically proving that we are the lights in the skies for ATEEZ, so, I mean, that just kind of proved my guesses in the beginning. But yeah, so basically what we wanted to talk about here real quick in this video is how for the Wave music video, we kind of had already like guessed that it was going to be October, November, but because of the research on this constellation that apparently shines the brightest.
Right, and
in October.
November. Yeah, I looked up like when's the best time to view the Pleiades, and it says that the best time is like winter time, particularly late October, early November, and which is also which is also the best time to view the Aurora Borealis. And I was like,
the Aurora and the constellation.
But here's another thing, is that the best time, like for the day, it's known as the Halloween stars, because you can see them the clearest from morning until night on Halloween.
So of course we thought, okay, maybe a Halloween comeback, or maybe they'll do it before their first year anniversary so they can do something like a fan sign on their first year anniversary, or they'll do a comeback later, like a week after their first year anniversary, to make their first year anniversary a separate event, I'm thinking it'll be before, like a week or so before. I'm guessing their comeback will be the 16th or the 17th of October. I'm saying it now before they announce any more crap. So anyway.
So it's either the 16th or the 17th.
And she then texted me.
Right. Right. I said it's got to be October 31st because of
she was thinking October 31st about the Halloween thing. And then we were like, dark concept, dark sexy concept.
Right.
Oh wait, vampires. And she literally texted me vampires.
Like I have this thing right here that I was talking. I was like, she's like, oh yeah,
we'll insert
Halloween
these
comeback.
screenshots in this video.
Right. She's like, Halloween is definitely a possibility, and we're both like, sexy vampire concept, and I've got like
Dark
a ton
concept.
of, and it's like all black hair.
Yeah, all black hair. And so what we're thinking now, as our like theories have progressed, is not just all black hair, but we're thinking grayscale. We don't think a single member is gonna have like a bright color. The only color we think that they may include is purple. Just because they haven't really done purple yet, and that's a Halloween color. But if it's a purple, it'll be a darker purple. I honestly think, my personal opinion, I don't think any of them will have color. White to grays to blacks is what I think they're
We already know that Jungho has black hair. I honestly believe that the Yoonho that's in the news, Yoonho is the color he has right now. Don't know if that's comeback color, but that's the color he has now. The Songhwa picture from the fan cafe was with gray hair. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that because it's privileged information, but it was gray, and he hasn't had that hair at all before now, and it's clearly newer hair, like style.
Yeah, and speaking of hair, you know, did mention something about hair, and we have our own theories on that, but we don't want to affect people commenting in the Facebook thing. Let's just say the majority of the people that are commenting on that video, I do not agree with them on who is the one with the dramatic hair change. So that's maybe a hint for you guys to think maybe it's somebody else. We've narrowed it down to two members we think it might be, but we're not going to tell you who it is because we want to leave it up to you guys to comment in the comments on that one. We may mention it later in our episode 3 when we talk about episode 3. We barely just got back together because we've been, not together for summer.
School ended, and for 3 months we were away from each other, but now we're back together in Korea.
And yeah, we're in Korea, so we're gonna be here for their promotions that are gonna be happening soon. And so we're gonna be making a video also when they release their first full-length album. Oh, that's another thing. We were literally talking about it the night before. We're like, how are they gonna release a full-length album? And then the next day, yeah, so it's gonna be the first full-length album. We just died. We were like, literally, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this.
24 hours before, we're like, yeah, not even 24 hours. It was like 16 hours before we're like, yeah, they're probably gonna do a full album. If not this one, it's the next one.
Anyway, it was great. So yeah, we're gonna be talking more about that later, and subscribe, like this video, keep watching, comment,
follow
share.
Me on my YouTube channel.
Her YouTube channel, she does a lot of Japanese translations for videos. Maybe you guys have seen one of the popular ones that's been rotating around these days. I'm getting them in my recommendations on my private channel. But yeah, I'm leaving her link down below so you can check out her Japanese ATEEZ videos that a lot of people don't watch just because there's no subtitles, but she's been doing the translation, so it's good. Alright guys. See you later. ATEEZ News signing off.